week we are starting with circles, and Tara is going to demonstrate how you can start with a circle and create stylized faces. Oh, you have no idea how many takes that took.
Better drink this. I need to draw around the glass.
So first of all, are you using the base of your glass because you're too drunk to draw a circle without going wrong?
Actually, no, but that would be a good idea.
Where'd you start then?
So I'll start by drawing some circles, and that could either be freehand or you could draw around something. And then I'll find some images just to use for inspiration. And good places to find those are Unsplash and Pixabay. So I'll start by drawing a profile. And if you see the first line I did, it was just sort of going from a brow, creating a little nose, a little mouth, and then going to the end. And what you're doing is trying to break it up into shapes. So then I'll do really simple circles for the glasses, just really simple shapes for the hair. And eventually what we're going to do next is colour those in. But I'll just show you on a few more examples. So I've got a picture of a young guy here. I'll do the same. Start with a brow, draw the nose, then go to the mouth, and then just simple circles for eyes, really simple hair, very simple neck and collar, and continue that and do that all for the other characters as well. And what we're doing is doing a few variations of different people and then picking the ones we like best, and we're going to develop those a bit more afterwards.
Okay, so now you're going over your initial pencil lines with your Sharpie pen, so presumably that's because you're now happy with your design.
Well, I think it's getting there. So what I'm doing is just filling in the shapes. I'm trying to make areas into black shapes, so you're playing off the dark and the light. But I will go further into these. Instead of just rubbing out the lines, I'll process these a bit more by tracing over them, that I'll show you in a minute.
Okay, so now presumably you're using quite thin paper to trace over your initial designs?
Yeah, and I'm just trying to refine it because I coloured it in before, but obviously I now want to try and make it a bit neater, and the bits I didn't like, I might change them a little bit and, refine them a little bit. So once you've experimented with circles, there's no reason you can't try other shapes. So here I've used a rounded rectangle, and I'm just doing exactly the same thing. I start with like the brow line, cut in, go around the nose and make a shape, and just making other shapes really, just kind of trying to play off the light and the dark.
So basically then what you're actually doing is you're just chunking a face down into shapes to make a design, is that right?
Yeah, and you're just playing off the black and white. Though, of course, I've put my designs at the end here on a yellow sheet of paper because I really like the punchiness. Of course, you don't have to do that. You could do anything. You could make a print out of it, like a lino cut, or you could, instead of having black areas, you could fill them with colour if you wanted, but just keep those simple shapes still.
So that yellow really makes it pop. Don't forget to subscribe. Meanwhile, you can check out the creative challenges we have coming up at www.kickinthecreatives.com. Back soon.